Alright, y'all, we back at my South Beach condo. How you doing? Just finished cleaning everything out, put the bag down. We got about like a hour and a half, about an hour and a half before we headed back to the airport. Um, it's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. It's maybe like the last walk that I do in Miami Beach as the owner before we move. We sell my place and we move to Colombia. Well, move our property to Colombia. This has been a nice 5-year journey of being an owner in South Beach. Definitely loved living on the water. Great experience. Even with having a tenant was awesome. And now we're getting ready to do something that, is something I wanted to do from the beginning and experience another part of the journey. So walk with me as we walk down South Beach. Let me show you the place again. It's my place, South Bay on South Beach, palm trees, beautiful view. We had guest parking and regular parking for a car. That was the best part. That was one of the best parts because most places don't have parking. Not only did we have like regular parking, we had guest parking as well. So imagine how wild of a time I used to have when I used to tell a girl, hey yo, tell a woman, hey yo, just come to my place, you can park your car. I got parking for you. You ain't gotta park on the street and worry about getting the ticket. Or I'll just hop in the Benz, pick them up. I'm so happy I got about 100 episodes of South Beach Lifestyle. I got about 100 episodes of South Beach Lifestyle. So you guys can get to actually experience it all over again, over and over again. This, like I said, this is the oldest condo building in this area. That's why we have all this space, these two parking spaces. Hold on, let me switch to the other one so I can see all your messages. Hold on. Let me switch to the other one. Real quick, y'all. I tell you, man, going from this to owning a place in Colombia is going to be something different. But I really think it's going to be something more to my liking. I mean, I like this too, but, it was fun while it lasted. Here we go. All right, we here now. Let me shout you guys out real quick. Hold up, let me chat. Woo! Top messages, all messages. Okay. All right. Shout out to Dog Nuts in the building. Aza. The condo with the white bands in the back in the day. Vlogs used to go crazy. Yeah, man. White bands with the 20-inch rims and the lights. Then, or the time when I used to always get rental cars and I used to park the rental cars in the guest parking. I don't think I'm going to get any cars in Colombia. I might get a scooter. I definitely won't get a bike. I might get a scooter. But it's going to be a longer walk to the beach. Normally it only takes 10 minutes, but I wanted to make sure I walk slowly enough so it just the service stays good. Eddie J, what up? Xavier, what it do? Cruz? My fault, y'all. I know that spit is probably gonna be loud as hell on the what's the name? Pause. The spit sound gonna be loud as hell, but yeah, man. You can see how peaceful it is, quiet. A lot of people, they see Miami Beach and they always think like it's very loud and wild South Beach lifestyle, but it's not always like that. Sometimes it's just peaceful. People walking, riding bikes. People getting pulled over, getting tickets. They just built that building right there. I think it might be open now. It wasn't open before, y'all. That building right there, this building right here, it wasn't open before. And it blocks the view of this building, which is really sad for them because it blocks them. They actually had a clear view of the beach and the ocean until that building came up and blocked it. And now only certain people got a clear view. see. Hey, Coop Season, what's going on? It's been a while. Yeah, it's definitely been a while. Again, the first 6 months of the year, I was doing a lot of stuff with YouTube, going to different places, meeting new creators, meeting people behind the scenes, just learning the atmosphere, stuff that I didn't have any idea of prior to it. And now we get to do more lives. We get to travel a little bit more. We're working on selling. We're in contract to sell my Miami Beach condo, which is the reason why I'm down here doing all this. And now we're just gonna go for a walk. They said I hadn't planned to do lives for this long, but I figured, hey, this might be the last time I'm down here until I get my paintings. This might be the last time I'm down here where I'm actually gonna have enough time to do all the stuff I didn't do often. Like, I don't recall ever being down here in South Beach doing a vlog. I didn't, because I didn't have the Osmo Pocket when I was still living down here. I didn't have it. Now I have the Osmo Pocket while I'm still living down here, so I could walk with you guys. You guys could walk with me and show you Miami Beach based on how I seen it every day when I was down here at my condo. Of course, different days it was a little bit wilder. Let me see. Chad the Great, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, you know where I'm at. I'm back at the South Beach condo, 8th Ave in Alton. You know how you doing. It's the memories, man. Chisel used to live like right over here, y'all. Alright, so let me tell you how me and Chisel, like, we met in Barranquilla. Chisel and I met in Barranquilla, Colombia, on the flight to Barranquilla, Colombia, right? The second time I went. Cool ace, right? He used to live not in this place, but like coming up on one of these little like condos like this right here. He used to live in these condos right here, and like we lived just like so close to each other. Even after the Barranquilla thing, we used to hang out every time I got down here, right? Then Chisel moved from this place over here to even closer, like a closer place on 8th on next to my South Bay condo, like two or three doors down. So that was super dope to know somebody that was super cool that's super cool in the area. And we used to do mad crazy things, because he had, you know, he's a DJ and he does sound equipment and stuff. So he definitely had all the connections with all like the top parties and stuff. Then we started meeting up with Headliner and DJ Fly Guy. Started going to events what they was doing, and then you know, I started bringing my other bros down, my brother and my other homies down here, and it just, again, man, the fact that I got it on video, y'all can always just go back up and catch it, yo. Where to next? Couple season. Where's the next parlay? We in Cali, Colombia in next month for 2 weeks. We in Cali, Colombia next month for 2 weeks for Petronio Alvarez Music Festival. I think that's going to start to be a yearly thing. And then after Cali, Colombia, good riddance. What up? After Cali, Colombia Music Festival, we are going to be working on buying a place in Cali, in Barranquilla, Colombia. After Cali, Colombia Music Festival, we'll be working on a place, buying a place in Cali, Colombia. I mean, fuck you saying Cali, I just say Cali, okay? In Barranquilla, Colombia, after the Cali Music Festival. And I will have the money based on the fact that I'm selling this condo, and I'll pay off all my debt. And if things work out the way I want them to work out, by Barranquilla Carnival, I should be locked in to buying a crib in Barranquilla. That's my hopes. Definitely next year, but if not, later in the year, hopefully by February, I'll be locked in to buying my condo in Barranquilla, Colombia. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to spend the first carnival at my place in Colombia. Now, some wishful thinking there, simply because time limits, time restraints. Like, if I close when I'm supposed to close on August 31st, by the time I get the money, even though it's cash, I should get the money cleared maybe like the middle of September. Then I gotta pay off all my debt. So by the end of September, I pay off all my debt. Then my credit's gonna take about 2 months, October, November, to really clear everything off my credit and my credit to shoot back up. So December I go and apply for my HELOC, home equity line of credit. I get approved. I get 100K on it. I then these little sausages right here. I then take the 100K and I go and I gotta put it in a trust so I can get the place in Colombia. That might take about a month and a half. So now we're looking at January. Now I got the money in January in the place in Colombia. I mean, in a trust fund for Colombia. By February, and the whole time I'm looking at places. February, I signed up with a guy. We closed it by end of February. Maybe I don't get it in February, but maybe he'll let me stay at the place while it's closing. We'll figure it out. Y'all. I just want to see how it all plans out. Again, I'm not trying to think it's gonna go that smoothly, but I think it being only July, I think having a February deadline of February game plan of when I could be in Barranquilla with my property I own. Now, I'm gonna have to fix it up and everything, and that stuff I could do along the way after February. But just to be able to get in there at that time would be good. Now this place right here, this place right here is I was here when the police and the building agency ran in and tore everything down and like emptied everything out, like of all the people's stuff. People were still coming in and out of it. It looked like they had just ramsack kicked in the door. It looked like the Carter, because they said the building was unstable. So they ripped air conditioners out the wall, heating units out the wall. They locked the door. They didn't have the gate at first, but people kept sneaking in, so they put the gate back up. They chained the gate. It was crazy. I was here the weekend they actually ran down on it, and I actually went inside. It's on one of my videos. I actually did do it live, but it was on my phone. I did a live on my phone when they ran into this place right here. It was so crazy. Now they got the whole thing blocked, gated off, because I guess people kept coming. But that was crazy. Let me see. I guess where to next? Will the sale be finalized before the date of the Cali trip? No, the sale won't. All right, so we're already in contract on the sale, right? Now the owner the person who's buying it is damn, shit, bad. The person who's buying it is a cash buyer, so he has to clear or she, I don't even know if it's he or she, has to clear the HOA. Now they should clear the HOA simply because the HOA would prefer to have a cash buyer, so there's no problems. Even I wasn't a cash buyer, so it took a while for me to clear. But the HOA shouldn't have a hard time clearing the cash buyer, because the issue is the HOA just wants to make sure that if something goes wrong, the tenant will pay. And a cash buyer is going to pay, because you're not going to pay cash for a place and then lose it to HOA, and you don't, and it's pretty much you owe it all free. So they're not going to. So I think they'll approve them quickly. Once they approve the cash buyer, then we close on the 31st. I won't get back from Cali, Colombia until the 22nd of August. I won't get back from Cali, Colombia until the 22nd of August. So it'll be like a gap between when I get back from Cali, Colombia, and when the property is for sale. Now, because I don't have to be there to get all the stuff, sent to me and everything, to sign everything off, I can do it online. I don't plan on coming back to do all that. And so yeah, so the 22nd might be the last time I'm in Miami for a minute. We'll see. Chad the Great, you made money off of selling the Miami Beach condo? I know a lot of older condos are upside down. Okay, so yes. As you know, Chad, my condo is on the water. So having prime location for a condo makes it perfect. And because I brought it at a low rate, even though I had, because of the condo issue, it took a year to sell it, and I had to lower the price $55,000. It's still a win-win, because I paid $500, rounded up to $170 for it, and I'm selling it for $220. So I make a profit of $50,000. Now I do still got to pay the two realtors 6% fee, and Taxes, I don't have to pay it because I lived here for 3 out of the 5 years, so I don't have to pay the taxes because up to $250,000 on profit. So ultimately, it came up with me being able to get enough money to pay down my debt and then refinance and get a HELOC to buy the place in Colombia with emergency money aside. So it's definitely a good look. Young SC, man, I'm just showing what's possible, y'all. Just want to show what's possible. I'm super that I actually got to get down here and film this because, again, I didn't have South Beach on my Osmo Pocket 3. I didn't have any video of South Beach on my Osmo Pocket 3. I had it on my phone as a live, but I didn't have any South Beach content on my Osmo Pocket 3. So now we are getting all that footage, the video. Okay, travels. Do you link up with your subscribers when I travel? Always. Now, I mean, I haven't had any bad experience with any subscribers. I always believe in, hey, people know that I am who I am, who they see on TV and on the YouTube. And so I've met most of the people that you've seen on my channel. I've met. I just told a story about meeting DJ Chisel. DJ Chisel had followed me on YouTube. He was one of the subscribers, and I met him on the plane. And then from there, we just like built a real cool bond, like the whole time. Even before this is before I even owned in Miami. And then when I finally bought in Miami, then it was like, yo, every weekend we hanging out, we going somewhere, we doing something. So, and he was, like I said, he started off as being one of just a subscriber. Now one of my close friends. So it's like, again, I meet a lot of subscribers. Most of the people on my channel that you see, unless you see my core friends that I grew up with, they're subscribers, like people I've met along the way. How are you able to have a residence overseas while custody of your kid? That's one of my issues. Well, I don't have a residence overseas. I'll own property overseas. That's the biggest difference. Like, having a residency means you live there. Having a visa means that you have the right to live there. It still doesn't mean that you live there full time. It just means you have the right to live there. If I have a kid in Colombia, that would give me the residency to go back and forth all I want. But having a property over there, meaning that, and I still got my kid here, means I probably can Airbnb it when I'm not there. And when my son goes on his vacations for school, or like right now when he's with his mother in the summertime in New York, or on the weekends when he goes with his mother, I can take little mini trips to Colombia, to Barranquilla, where it won't cost me any money because I don't have to pay any rent to stay anywhere. And I can have stuff in it. Now, I won't have a bunch of food in it because I'm not going to be there enough to have the food, but I might have clothing, so I don't have to even pack anything. I just have to get in the airplane and then and go to Colombia. So that's kind of like how I had it in Miami. Like, when I first bought my property in Miami, it started off with me just leaving clothes here. I didn't leave any food in Miami. I just left clothes here. Then eventually I got, I started staying here longer. I would buy some food. Then I would buy snacks. And I would get, things that was like there. And then by the time I was here, like, for weeks at a time, then it was like, all right, now, it ain't a big difference. Like I said, I only really left my condo in Miami because my son needed to live with me, and that's the reason why I went back to Jersey. Otherwise, I'd have just still been in Miami. Chad agreed. My parents' condo is near the water too, but the assessment killed their value. The whole building needs work. The HOA fees went up, and the added assessment to everyone in the building. Cool. Yeah. I mean, it happened to a lot of people, Chad. It definitely did. I would say one of the reasons why it's a little different for ours, for my condo, is that it's a luxury condo. So while everybody else was normally paying a low HOA fee, we've always been paying a pretty damn high HOA fee in comparison. Like, average HOA fee in Miami is like $300. when I brought the place in 2020, we was already paying like $600 something for for the $500 something for the Airbnb. I mean for the HOA fee. So it wasn't like a big jump when they had to fix a lot of stuff, and we had just passed the either 50-year certification or something like that. So again, it's one of those hit or miss things, y'all. It's like you can get jammed up or maybe not. But again, I think we do have an assessment coming up still. I don't think it's $100,000. If I had to estimate, I'd say maybe, because it's concrete restoration and some other stuff, and we have based on the amount of units, I'd have to take a guesstimate of like $30,000 a unit. Now, $30,000 is still a lot to have, but the issue is with the units, with the way they have it set up, we don't have to all pay $30,000 at once. We can pay just monthly increase on something. And the fact that they pushed back the requirements for the reserves, we probably won't have to, a lot of people won't have to be like really tied up with money because they have to pay this. And to be honest, on the building I live in, the building I own in, most of the people are like wealthy older people that's retired. Like, it's like they all got money. It's not like they all struggling and stuff. So it's not even like we had a couple offers though. I think we had a couple offers for people to buy it, but yeah, that didn't happen. I think you didn't have a shitty HOA that took care of the building, held reserves to get things fixed and run off with the money. That's big facts. A lot of stole money from people stuck. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, y'all. Again, I still think that yeah, that's the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing. A lot of the HOA directors were irresponsible, and that's what happened for a lot of people. I definitely was lucky enough not to be stuck in that situation, but again, luck is preparation meets timing. And I prepared by trying to pick a condo that I think would outlast a lot of stuff. I picked, I did have to pay a lot more though. Like, even if the HOA stole money from the people, like, even if let's go to the right first. Even if the HOA stole money from the people, it was like they were stealing money, but they were still making the people pay less. So it wasn't like the HOAs were just getting all of themselves. They were still making the people pay less. Versus us, we've always been paying more money for the HOA. I just think that's my opinion. It's my opinion, y'all. But, we'll walk this way and then we'll cross the street and walk back, y'all. Maybe some ice cream. My stomach be all jammed up. Yeah, I know. Again, I hadn't even planned, y'all. I hadn't even planned to come to the beach. I just wanted to go to my condo, get the stuff taken out, and then go back home. So I'm out here with a black shirt on, hotter than hot, y'all. Hey, look at Tony, y'all. I'm gonna have to record this one. Hold up. Tony getting busy out here, y'all. And he got it right by the CV. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's a vibe, yo. I mean, It's why I say like it ends up being worth it, y'all. It definitely is the stairs right there. It ends up being worth it, but long term, I don't know as much, especially if I'm just renting it. Vinny Yayo, what up, man? Yeah, nice old school vibe, Tony, with the Tony and the Cadillac. Nobody wants to pay what the condo is worth, then an assessment on top of that. So a lot of older buildings are selling to developers, and they're destroying the building to build new ones. That's a fact. We actually had a building from across the street from my house. I showed it earlier. That blocked the building blocked the. What did the building block? The building blocked the view of another building to the beach, but. Montana Real Estate Company. Again, even when it's not like packed, it's really dope because you can just come for a stroll. It's good for walking for your steps in, and on top of that, you might run into some nice biddies. So you definitely can maximize this experience when you're here. You're gonna walk this way, then we'll walk along the beach. I don't have any of this stuff. Mine's usually a typical Saturday. There's no like major weekend. There's nothing. It's just like a regular Saturday, y'all. Like again, especially for content, man, it was definitely a vibe, bro. Like every single day I could come out here and get content. Every single day. How are the prices out there, bars and clubs? I mean, what you expect? It's top expense. Again, when I left 2 years ago, it was like that. Now, I can only expect it to be higher. I can definitely only expect it to be higher. $40 a night. I mean, $40 an entry fee. Drinks about 15 each. Even seafood, red snapper, 42. But I mean, you pay for the lifestyle, and it's because it's temporary. It could be still worth it, because if it's temporary, you just come here for a weekend, you come here for a week. Okay, it might cost you a certain amount. You might enjoy it, but at the same token, if you're looking for a long-term plan, there's ways around it. But you're gonna have to go like every time I wanted to eat when I brought my condo down here. Every time I wanted to eat, I wanted to leave the beach because I knew I would save like $20 every time I went to eat. Like I went to Clive Cafe and in Little Haiti, or I'll go to like Jackson's in Overtown, because you would save like $20,000. So $20 every time you went there. So I wouldn't even stay on the beach, even though I lived on the beach. I wouldn't stay on the beach. It just wouldn't make any sense financially to keep doing that, because every meal paying $20 is like But like I said, I just showed y'all the Chinese food. For two chicken wings and fried rice and a small buck. It was like, and the thing was $20. So it was like, again. I'm about to go get my husband back. Mango's Bar. I believe Mango's Bar is still open. I believe so. I definitely believe it's still open. But I would say, and it's always live. Like if I've never been to, not never. It's rare that I've been to like Mango's and it's not been like a live and a bunch of things going on. Very rare, very, very rare. Like even if you just wanted to sit down. That's good. Melvin Riddle. Yeah. You see people out here macking. feel like I'm gonna like lose like 3 pounds just walking in here. There you go. Let me zoom in so you can see Miami Beach. Alright, we zoom out. Let's switch back up. Ferrari. Oh shoot. We'll hit the sidewalk actually park. I just didn't want to go out of water. One thing I realized is that when I used to come down here and try to do lives, the service wasn't that good. But now that I got this little Wi-Fi box, so it's a lot. It seems like it's a lot more clearer. I'm hoping that in Cali, Colombia is the same, but we'll see.